In the next few seconds, you will meet a jet so fast, so powerful, and so terrifying, that even modern air defenses tremble when they hear its name. A jet that doesn't just fly low, it tears through valleys like a thunderstorm made of steel. A jet that carries enough firepower to erase enemy bases in a single pass. This is the Rockwell B-1B Lancer, the Bone, the king of long-range stealth strike. If you want to know who the real kings of the sky are, the next 30 seconds will change everything. Welcome back to Wings of War, the home of the world's deadliest aircraft. If you're new here, get ready. Because today we're diving into one of the most feared bombers ever built. A machine designed to outrun missiles, overwhelm defenses, and strike before the enemy even understands what happened. This is not just a bomber. This is a supersonic hammer from the sky. The Rockwell B-1B Lancer was born during the Cold War, a time when the United States needed a bomber that could do the impossible. It needed something that could fly at extreme altitudes, and skim the ground at insane speeds. Something that could carry nuclear weapons deep into enemy territory, and survive. The answer was the B-1. Its most iconic feature is the swing wing design. When the wings are open, the Lancer flies stable and elegant like a bird. But when the wings sweep back, the jet transforms into a supersonic spear cutting through the air with brutal force. At full sweep, the B-1B can fly at over Mach 1.25, even with a massive payload. That combination, speed and weight, is something almost no bomber can touch. But the real magic begins when the Lancer drops low. Very low. The B-1B can fly just 200 feet above the ground at terrifying speeds, faster than many fighter jets. At that altitude, radar can barely see it. Terrain masks the aircraft, hiding it from detection until it's too late. This is where the Lancer becomes truly deadly, a black shadow rushing through mountains and valleys like a sonic earthquake. Inside the cockpit, the B-1B is filled with advanced avionics designed for high-stress missions. Terrain following radar automatically guides the jet over the Earth's surface. The crew can descend into low-level attack mode and let the aircraft glide through dangerous landscapes with shocking stability. This is what makes the Lancer unique. It doesn't just escape detection. It laughs at it. When it comes to weapons, the B-1B is a monster. A single Lancer can carry up to 75,000 pounds of bombs, the largest payload of any U.S. bomber. Cluster bombs, JDAMs, cruise missiles, bunker busters, the B-1B carries them all. If the mission requires firepower, the Lancer delivers it like a wrath of thunder. It played a massive role in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and multiple special operations missions. The jet earned a reputation for arriving fast, striking hard, and staying on station for hours. Pilots call it the backbone of American airpower. When ground troops screamed for help, the Lancer answered with precision and force. But there is something even more frightening, the psychological impact. When the B-1B roars overhead at low altitude, the thunder doesn't travel in one direction. It surrounds you. It crushes the air around you. It feels like the sky itself is exploding. That is why the enemy calls it the invisible hammer. They don't see it on radar. They don't know where it's coming from. They only hear the sonic boom, too late. Despite its size, the Lancer is surprisingly stealthy. No, it is not invisible like the B-2. But its radar cross-section is significantly reduced compared to older bombers. Combined with low-altitude penetration and extreme speed, it becomes nearly impossible to intercept. Missiles struggle to catch it. Fighters struggle to chase it. Ground forces never see it coming. The B-1 did face a rough beginning, political issues, redesigns, and even cancellation. But when the B-1B finally entered service, it proved itself again and again. From destroying enemy camps, to hitting deeply buried bunkers, to launching precision strikes in complex cities, the Lancer became the most versatile bomber in the U.S. arsenal. Even today, after decades of service, the B-1B remains irreplaceable. It's fast. It's flexible. It carries more weapons than anything else in the sky. And despite the arrival of the new B-21 Raider, the B-1B still flies combat missions because nothing matches its combination of range, payload, and raw speed. One of the most impressive moments is watching the wings sweep in midair. At low speeds, the wings open wide to provide lift. But the moment the pilot pushes for attack speed, the wings retract and the Lancer becomes a missile with engines. It accelerates like a fighter jet, not like a bomber. That is the magic of variable geometry. Another overlooked feature is its crew protection. The B-1B is designed to take damage and keep flying. The structure is reinforced, systems are duplicated, and sensors constantly monitor the battlefield. This is a bomber built to survive hell. The aircraft's engines, 4 massive afterburning turbofans, create a roar so deep and violent that you can feel it in your bones. And when those afterburners ignite, there is nothing on Earth like it. 1,000 tons of thrust pushing a supersonic giant into the sky. So what makes the B-1B one of the real kings of the sky? It's simple. No bomber flies this fast. No bomber flies this low. No bomber carries this much firepower. And no bomber strikes with this combination of speed, stealth, and brutality. The Lancer is not just a machine. It is a moving storm. A predator built from steel, fire, and pure aggression. A jet that dominates the battlefield with speed instead of invisibility, with power instead of silence. Whenever the world needs overwhelming force, when the target is too deep, too dangerous, or too heavily defended, the B-1B Lancer is the aircraft that commanders choose. It arrives like lightning, it leaves like a ghost, and everything in its path is erased. This is why the Rockwell B-1B Lancer will forever remain one of the real kings of the sky.